Welcome to Chopping Wood Podcast. I'm your host, G. And it's hard to even, put an emphasis on it, but I got to send a big special shout out to my dog right here. My boy, Money Bowe, Dwayne Bowe, as some of you all might know. I can't thank you enough for coming to spend a few minutes with your boy and chopping it up today. We're gonna dive in on a few topics, man. I appreciate all the good love and energy, man. I got to give him his flowers while he's here. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of times in life where the people that you have in your life do wonderful things and are great people towards you, and we don't actually spend enough time acknowledging those good people in this earth. 100%. And man, I just thank you for always being such a true and loyal and, more than a friend, more like a brother. You know what I mean? So, again, I got to hand you these flowers while you're here, man. And, I thank you for all that you do, in the community. I thank you for being a great father, a great friend, a brother, you know what I mean? And I can't thank you enough, man. I can go all day on with, giving him his praise while he's here today.
I appreciate it.
Moving forward, we're gonna dive right in because this is what we do. We don't take too much time to get live with what we do. It's natural. This kind of stuff flow. So just going on, speaking on a little bit about my brother right here. I'll let him do that side of the story, but just going in, just a little bit about, who you are and, sharing with the people, some of your achievements and all those kind of things. Can you tell us just a little bit about your journey as a athlete and, how it's, impacted your life and how it shaped your life?
Most definitely. Well, y'all know who it is. It's the one, not the two. The big one, not the little one.
Hey.
AKA Debo, Dwayne Bowe. Ex-Kansas City Chief, National Championship 03.
Shout out to LSU, Big U.
20th year anniversary coming up. A lot of people don't know. Like I started playing when I was 17. And, that brown football changed my life. So what I do today is give back that same energy, man. I appreciate you having me. We want to let the fans know. We want to let the people know how you just keep elevating. You just keep it step by step. You can't let anything stop you. Whatever your passion is. Just keep going, keep like-minded people, man. And me and you've been locked in for now 20 plus, and we talk about the same thing every day. It's goals.
We ain't going nowhere.
If you ain't got goals, ain't no morals, and football changed my life. And right now I do music, real estate. I'm just keep going. You can check me out in your favorite Amazon movie, Secret Society 2. Your boy just going crazy, man, and I just appreciate you having me. Let's jump into it. Let's give him something. All
right, so look, man, if you don't know a little bit about my man right here, you got picked 14, right?
23rd.
Should have been 14. That was 20. I felt he should have been 14. Shout out to, we'll talk to you guys about that later. Right. But he was 23rd. I'm going to stay with 14 because that's where, when I was watching that draft day, all I kept thinking was he's going 14. That's where I wanted him at, but he went 23rd. As we all know, he was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs, first round, straight out of LSU. As we both came in as freshmen together. We was the number one recruiting class in the country that year, went on to win a national championship. Shout out to all of the great men that we played with, big L's, you know what I mean? You know how it was. But coming out, man, as signing a $56 million deal, man, coming out of school as a young man. How did that feel when you first got drafted? Like, what was that feeling like? You know what I mean? Like, I always ask people, and people ask me questions. When you get that kind of much money, when you get that amount of money, like,
what's the feeling?
What's the feeling like?
Gee, you remember that first time you took them training wheels off that bike?
I do.
And you was like, oh, yeah. It's like when I get to check my account, and that more was like, whoa, like I could do anything. Like it mentally prepared me for, life after football and this business, family. But just the first time I seen them M's, man, and from college, man, your worth. And like our vision was always to the ceiling. That's what we keep reminding people. Like, if you have no goals, if you can't set your standards high, you need to change your circle. and me and him been locked in, setting standards, setting goals, and we've been knocking them down. But man, when I checked that account,
had to be crazy.
It was the craziest feeling. But
had to be crazy.
What comes with that though?
Yeah. So a question before because I know it's a lot to come with. They say with money brings more money, more problems, and I mean, just talking to you over the years, I've heard all the stories, so I can't imagine that. Right. But staying on the more positive side of things, what was the wildest purchase when you first got in that position that you actually? What was the first thing you purchased when you got your first check? That's something you've never told me because I never asked.
Man, my financial advisor gonna kill me when he see this. First thing, man, I was always into, we was rocking Lil Wayne hard and listened to, Cash Money. So I bought all Birdman old jewelry, like how Drake bought Tupac ring. I bought all Birdman old jewelry.
Okay.
Spent like $1 million on old ice, just so I could say, man,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I did that.
And I went crazy, and the amount of love and energy I got from buying that, man, it set me up today with doing my music. I stay right above Birdman, and he live in my building, so it was just.
So y'all always had that good relationship from a long time ago.
So that was the first major. Then after I was young, so after that, came the house, came the cars, came grandma's house.
Okay.
But I always wanted to be seen, so I like we wear our trophies on our neck.
As you should. Hey, so I know that had to be an amazing feeling. So you went from probably, obviously I remember how much money we were making at that time when we was in school, as the guys are rich in college. Now we didn't get none but, light per diems. So overnight you went from, I know you went from probably having a few thousand, if not a few hundred. To millions of dollars. That night, was it overnight that you sat and you looked at your account and you knew that it was coming in, and in that morning or that night or 12 o'clock they said, look at your account and it'll be there? Like, what was that experience like? That had to be crazy.
It was the crazy. Back then it was checks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so it wasn't like
nothing was going like that. It was like you get the FedEx to your door,
boom.
I'm like, man.
Oh, so it came to the house in the check.
To the house in the check.
Stop it.
Yeah. And this was full direct deposits and all that was out.
So that said, this is what you got. Go drop him off.
Go drop him off. You need security to take him there. All right. 21 with 6 and all right, bet. How much taxes? What's miscellaneous? What are these words?
How much money they taking?
Yeah. But besides those lords,
that had to be crazy.
It was a great feeling.
Crazy. So that was I know that had to be a great time, man. Sure. So, but again, man, I just say congratulations for even experiencing that, and just being a brother to me. What I'm thankful is along this whole journey, with all of your success and all of your accomplishments and accolades, I'm thankful just for being somebody in your corner and in your circle that you've opened the book and let me experience all this stuff with you. And, I'm more than thankful. And, again, I won't wait to talk on that too much because, like I said, man, I'm just grateful to have you in my life and, just watch some of the things that you do. I appreciate you. Give me a lot of motivation. It's been motivating for years, and man, I can't thank you enough. And all I want you to do is just never stop being you. From the day, I got a great story about this guy. I got a great story. We got to school as freshmen, and for the whole summer, we was working out. All right, and we was working out. This is like 3 times a day. Shout out to Nick Saban over at Alabama. That was our head coach, man. Yes, Big Saban, we give him a lot of love. I hated him at that time, but as a man, I respect him more now. Man. And I understand why he's such a winner, because he wants so much out of you, and he actually wants more out of you than you want out of yourself.
100%.
But moving forward, we training and we running, and it's like all we did was run. I didn't see a football for like 2 months. So at one point I'm trying to figure out, was we running, like, were we on a track team? Like what did I sign up for? I'm calling moms like, Mom, man, I don't know if I can do this, man. I ain't touched a football in months. We just sitting here and all we doing is just running every day. I'm talking about passing out IVs, the whole nine. And at the end of summer training, you had a conditioning test. And the conditioning test, You had to do 26 110s, and for the people that don't know, that's the whole football field, which is 120 yards. So you do 110, which is the back of the end zone, and you cross the other line going forward. All right. When I heard 26 110s, I'm like, there's no way we actually going to run 26 yards. 110 yards 26 times. No way we're going to do that.
Weather too.
120.
Okay, don't forget that.
Don't ever forget that.
Don't ever forget that.
Humidity through the world. That was different. Right? Crazy. So we dying, and at this point, you feeling like we brothers, we locked in.
For sure.
We blood, sweat, tears. Hey guys, let's go. Knock this hurdle down. Let's do this. Hey guys, I want you to meet one of your signees. Everybody turn. Signees. We've been here for 2 months. What do you mean signees?
Late.
This is Dwayne Bowe. He's out of Florida. So I remember, all the freshmen that came in. We watched all our film together, watched our highlights and all this. And then I find out that bruh coming in. I'm like, all right, I seen his film. He a dog. Hold on, bruh. How you just coming in and ain't did the conditioning test? And you ain't did nothing else coming in here talking about he big 80, make 80 plays and doing all this. First of all, I didn't like him. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like him. I did not like you. Because I'm thinking you didn't put no work in. Ain't no way you passing this conditioning test. All I'm hoping is that he just pass out. I'm like, I know you didn't work out while you was home for the summer. You finna faint. So I'm like, cool. So I'm in my head like I'm feeling like I'm in shape. I'm actually in really good shape. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be one of the ones running my hardest, because this prima donna is not about to come in here and just flex. This ain't what we doing. We get on the line to run the 26 110. Soon as they blow the whistle, he flying. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, he don't know what he doing. This nigga finna die. We get to like number 8. I'm all the way at the other end because I don't even like him. I'm not even nowhere down there. I look over. I'm like, yeah, I know he finna die. Cuz ain't sweating. I'm what the hell is it? Hold on, bro. This nigga, he ain't tired yet. So we moving forward. We like on number 21. I'm like, ain't no way, bro. Ain't done yet. He gotta pass out. I'm over there wishing he fell. Like, I'm not trying to let him see it. He about to pass out. He killing the workout. We get to 26. We finally finished the workout. I look over, bro got like a light sweat. Like he breathing heavy because we all just finished grinding. And I go over, and from that day, the respect I had from him, not even knowing who he was, but just knowing how much of a dog he was just like, and I tell you all the time, I'm like, bro, the way you finished them 110s that day was like, and I know you wasn't working out during the summer,
never.
But he just had that dog in him. And that's just something I've always held on to, as far as that's what made my bond with him as close as it is. It was like, which is wild, is not liking him and then really end up more than liking him, loving him as a brother, just because of how dedicated I seen that he's been 100%. From the first time that I met him. You know what I mean? So I love you now. I didn't like you then, but you know what I mean? Shout out to you for that day, man. And, you know what I mean? When you first came on campus, right, as a freshman, that day, like, what was that feeling for you?
Man, gee, I ain't gonna lie.
You had to be nervous, bro.
I felt the hate. I'm not even gonna hold you. I felt the hate. Not from you.
All right, I get it.
Definitely not from you. Like you said, I ain't even feel that coming from you.
I couldn't show it.
We offense, you feel me? But me coming late, guys seeing me.
Yeah.
Never seen me before. Who was this? Why he ain't running? Why he ain't? I felt it. But that's only right. Like, if y'all sweated for 2 months. Yeah. And that made me be like, but they don't know I'm a real dog. Like, football was my backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, whatever y'all want to do, they was like, well, them Miami boys know how to fight.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all want to do, we gonna fight together.
We strapped.
What we gonna do? And just from that day, bro.
Yeah.
I think when you seen that dog in me, you was like, I'm a dog too. You got sheep on the team and you got dogs.
Yeah.
And you was the dogs.
Yeah, that definitely set the tone, man. And again, if you guys don't know, that year we went on to win the national championship.
Shout out, man.
With a bunch of great guys. You know, I think that was 2003 we won that.
Yes, sir.
We beat Oklahoma, New Orleans, Superdome, 21-14.
Yep.
21-14, man. And that was a special moment, man. And you know, shout out to you again, man, for that. But I want to jump forward, man. Moving on. What challenges did you face being an athlete and being drafted by Kansas City, a great organization? What kind of challenges did you face when you got to the league? Because I know everybody sees the glitz and the glam and the fame and all the wonderful things that's, you know, that people really don't see on the back end.
Right.
What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced at that time?
Man, just management, man. Managing, you know, your outside life with your profession, with your family, and, you know, if you got a girlfriend, with your girlfriend.
Right.
You know, you can't tie all three of those in and think, you know, especially back 15 years ago, think you could be a A5 top caliber guy and you got 4 distractions on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But coming from where we from, we take care of our family before anything.
No question.
But then when you get in that profession, these guys like eat, sleep, and shit football.
That's it.
So I had to just balancing and managing. That was the hardest. Cause as long as you got a good heart, good work ethic, you're gonna be all right. But those things was balance and management. Those were 2 hardest things I ever had to do.
Would you say that, I understand, because I've heard you use the term when you will go to work, and that really didn't dawn on me, because for football, for me, you know, just making it to college and not actually getting to the next level, football was like more fun. And then when I would hear you use the term of, you know, just a general conversation, like, you know, I got to get up and go to work. I'm just like, you know, that always used to throw me off when you would use that. You really looked at that as, I mean, obviously I knew that was your job, but it had a lot of challenges in it aside from.
Definitely.
Yes.
More on the business side. Like if in college we wasn't receiving that much money, so we didn't consider it work. We out there playing with each other. We out there having fun. When you get to the NFL, it's business first.
Right.
And that was the hard part of transferring, having fun with my boys to locking down this Raider week. Everybody's serious. I don't care if the guy on the other team is your brother. I want you to knock us, like, and I'm like,
practice was crazy.
It was crazy. They was cussing as you call it. It was just, I'm like, wow, we playing the sorriest team in the division. Why is it?
But what did you make a week?
Oh, $250.
$250 a week?
50K a day take the stress away.
50K a day take the stress
That's
away?
what I was making for
so,
a while. Yeah, it was a great feeling.
So at that time, obviously, I guess the owners and stuff had to come to practice, or GMs, and they looked at every single thing. Well, I guess if you were hurt, that meant I'm still paying you $50K, so who cares?
That's what I would say every day. Hey, don't be sad, don't be mad. I'm making $50K today.
Oh, so that's how. Oh, so anything you were dealing with, $50K on the back of the brain.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, I ain't got nothing y'all can say if I drop a ball. $50K is clearing every day until I leave this place. That made the owners and the managers like, this guy's too happy. He's making $50K. He's too happy. We need to dig deeper. Let's see, can we bring more of a dog out of him? And they did. And 2010, I led the league with 5 different quarterbacks. Nobody's ever done it.
Yeah, because I remember actually sitting back watching some on ESPN before, and I remember you saying, this is when I think that you had some attention on you that you probably shouldn't have put on you.
Oh, that boy.
I was sitting back one day, and at the time I'm in North Carolina because I transferred to University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Shout out to Hills.
Chap.
When I got over there, I looked, and they was like, "Yo, your boy on ESPN." I said, "Okay," you know, because I used to, you know, let everybody know you was my dog. You know, everybody knew that. And they said that you was trying to get 2,000 yards for a season. No receiver has ever done that. What in your mind told you that I'm trying to get 2,000 yards? I mean, obviously the confidence was there. But did you really believe that you was going to get 2,000 yards
after a season like that with 5 quarterbacks? Yeah. And then we got Alex Smith. So I'm really thinking, I got a quarterback now. I did with
nobody. Well, not nobody's.
Yeah, shout out Castle, shout out Big Pen, shout out Damian Hewitt. I'm talking about
all the guys.
All the guys. I couldn't do it without you feel me?
No disrespect.
But just imagine you get a number one pick after you have a season like that. Just mentally you thinking, I'm going back to train with
Alex came out of Utah. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. And y'all took him number one?
No, he just came from San Francisco.
San Francisco and was the number one pick for San Francisco.
So I'm like, I bet. Well, I'm feeling good. I'm finna go train again. If I could duplicate the same thing, I'm finna be the first one to do it.
And that's when you worked out with
Larry Fitzgerald. Shout out Fitty.
Okay. Shout out to Fitty, yeah.
And it was, once I said that, it was like, you got to think how much money it would cost to pay a guy to go for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's when I started realizing this is a business. Keep your mouth closed. Make your $50K a day. Motivate some guys. Stay healthy and take care of your family and do good business.
No question. No question. So before we move forward, I have to ask this question. What was the biggest challenge that you had while you were in the National Football League?
I would say walking away. Knowing when your time is up. You know, being traded to the Browns after I said I'm going to have this big season.
Right.
After they paid me $56 million. And then I didn't score the whole year. No receiver scored the next year. So it was like, oh, he talking all of this.
And didn't
do none of that.
Right.
But when I showed the film that I was open 56 times in the end zone, this could have been the reason why y'all paid.
Wow. And from so do you feel that, because I minded, you did get inducted until
Kansas City.
What they consider that, the Shrine or Hall of Fame, basically, of Kansas City, the Ring of Honor. Okay, you know, congratulations on that again. Let me pay my respects there. But with that happening, I mean, obviously you knew that they had a lot of love for you because obviously going forward. But I mean, what do you think? You know, I guess what you said on camera and put on wax about having such a big year, do you think it was something that they actually didn't go to you in some of those times where you could have scored? I mean, I watched some of those games.
Feelings wise, I would think it, but when you think of it as a business and other guys knowing that you're trying to go for this, it's just like a team planning for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's feeling this confident to say this on air. Let's plan for him.
Okay.
So before they was putting 2 DBs on a receiver, I was the first one they was doing it to.
Okay.
So it was like, we can't.
He just said he gonna have 2,000. So you were really like locker motivation bait.
Oh man.
So basically, you were motivation bait. So people would, if you don't know what that is, during the week we would put it up on the wall. Like we would take clips or anything if somebody said in the prior week, like, yeah, you know, LSU might not be that tough or they might not be that good, and that's what a lot of coaches use to this day. It's just motivation. So I guess you were motivating a lot of DBs that you went to. Speaking of DBs, who was the toughest defensive back that you faced while you were in the league?
Oh man,
I noticed you played some dogs.
I played some dogs.
I do know that, but who would you say?
I would say Champ Bailey.
Champ Bailey?
Champ Bailey won.
Hall of Famer?
Hall of Famer for sure.
Okay.
I say Revis. Darrell Revis.
Oh, you and Revis got at it. Just, shout out to Darrell Revis. He just got inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I mean, I went get some.
You went with some. I don't think it's too many
I want to get
dogs that you didn't go to.
I want to get some dogs. Some older, savvy vets
that can really play physical opposed to the game today.
Like Ramses. Like I went against 5 Ramses.
Yeah, on every given Sunday.
Dominated every single one of them.
Yeah.
But the outcome of winning and losing determine if you're going to be that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can have the side accolades, but when they go to pull and wins and losses up, if you didn't win the game, that game really didn't matter because betting and fantasy wasn't really a big part of the game to say, that's my guy.
Yeah.
It's you win or you lose.
Right.
And we lost a lot of games when I was in Kansas City.
I mean, did that pull away from your motivation being a winner for so many years and not being used to losing and actually getting face to a point in your career where you just went home a loser, I guess, and I am not trying to say that I'm just saying it in a real way. You know what I mean? We chopping wood. We trying to say, but I mean, how did that feel at night?
2 straight years from winning in college 40-something games and losing 8 or 9 to losing 14 my first year, 12 my second year, but still leading in my category as receiving, blocking, less errors. You know what I'm saying? But still, I go home and people see me in the grocery store and like, man, I got your ass kicked again, but you did your thing. Nobody want to hear you did your thing.
How did that feel, man?
It felt bad, bro, because I'm a team player. You know me.
Of course,
I want everybody to feel how I feel at the end of the game. But it's like it's a business, so we did that to get these picks to help us win these last 2 Super Bowls. So I was the
catalyst.
I was the sacrifice. I was the GOAT.
Okay. So that's good. I mean, and we want to. Another thing that people might not notice is helping change the culture in Kansas City. Before you left, Ed Reed coming in, which is a wonderful coach. Since he's been there, they've won 2 Super Bowls in 5 years, maybe something like
2
that.
and 5.
2 and 5. And I want you to make sure that you always remember that you were, you put in the work that even if people haven't told you, you were somebody that helped change the culture there. I've looked at a little stat of yours. Right now, you're still number 2 as far as receiving yards all time at Kansas City. Yeah, that's a hell of an accomplishment,
man. Right?
And I want you to make sure that you know that it took some time and some blood, sweat, and tears to put that kind of work in to be where you are. But moving from football, man. I know that was an amazing time of your life. How did you transition from being an athlete to where you are now in life?
Man, just really. I'm going to say this to all my guys with money, guys without money. Get you a girl with a backbone and a hustle. Because I think without my wife, man, just pointing me in the right directions with my money and knowing how money works when you flip it and not just sit on it. I think she the one really prepared me for when the cheering stops.
Okay, that's huge, man.
'Cause your boy's gonna have all the ideas, but they ain't gonna have nothing to back it. So if you have a girl that already have it and she could back it,
so we definitely want to take a pull from that right now, and get a shout out to the women and the wives of athletes and women that are strong women that support. Because I know that can't be easy for a woman to have to deal with. Being an athlete, having an athlete as a husband or a high profile athlete at that. Do you think that that's what motivated you to stay disciplined and some of the things that you've done in life?
I think so,
in the position you are now.
Just being raised with my grandma and seeing her morals and how she moved and how she really took heed to her, and just being outside, man, and seeing how women work and seeing how. You ain't got the right one in your pocket. You can go from all the top guys that done got divorced and got left for half their money, even Elon Musk, and the list goes on. But if you have that one with that backbone and that you could pour into and the one that could take that back seat while you at your top of your career, I say that's the one you should stick with for sure.
That's the one, definitely, man. And I want to give a shout out to your wife, man, Miss Bowe. Teresa, Big T, I've had conversations with her as well. And, I understand the challenges and what they have to go through to that. And I mean, that's a big commitment. You know what I mean? Sure. You got to really be all in to be able to, when you're part of the fan base and you see all of the things that come with it, to actually stay dedicated and loyal to that aside from money. Right. I think that's something that's a really, I want to tip my hat to her and to all the other, wives or girlfriends or mothers or family of, high profile athletes and in general, because there's a lot that goes on behind, the scenes that a lot of people don't know. But can you share any advice for the aspiring athletes like the young Dwayne Bowe that's in high school right now that's probably getting some letters and getting some little bit of recognition and starting to feel itself and getting a little buzz, what will be, if you don't got to go on too long about it, but
they ain't gonna like it, but this from the heart. Man, you got to stay humble, stay faithful, and keep chopping wood, and don't let social media inflate you so you can't see the real worth in you because of everybody hyping and putting the gaslight on you. Stay humble. Take it back to Pee Wee League. Have that mind frame of showing up every day, working, being nice, having humility, just the things that God see.
Absolutely.
Not what the world see. You got to keep what God see in you because he's the one going, you want that $100 million contract, he the one going to give it to you. It ain't going to be the owner. It's going to be you staying healthy, staying blessed, and giving back and staying humble. And that's how you chop the wood.
Man, that's some great words, man. And excuse me. We'll edit that.
Nope.
But those are some great words, man, that you just said there. And, I appreciate you, being a catalyst and a mentor and giving back to your community. Is there anything else you'd like to share, for the listeners and the viewers, just as far as if it's not with sports, if it's something in life in general, anything that you can, drop, any gems you got for us out here?
Like, comment, share, follow the link below. Chopping wood, I go by Money Bowe. Stay blessed, stay faithful. And like we said, man, get you a bond of brothers you can build with, get out of your comfortability, and let's keep chopping wood.
Well, man, listen, man, as always, man, I appreciate you being a brother. You know what I mean? I thank you for your time, man. I know you got a hectic week. Actually, I'm actually really thankful. He got a 7:30 flight today, and I was able to, grab a few minutes out of him. So
gonna wait.
They'll wait. Yeah. I mean, when
wood right now, they got no choice.
When you chopping wood, aside from that, when you got a chartered flight, I think you'll be all right. But again, man, I just want to thank all you beautiful people for giving us a few minutes of your time. It's been a great day. I'll have more content for you later. Again, I'm your boy G. This is Chopping Wood. Once again,
Bowe.
thank you, the Money Bowe for, Dwayne Bowe for giving us your time.
Yes, sir.
And, just like always, man, big blessings, and keep yourself, keep your faith in God, and everything else comes into play.
Thanks for chopping it up.
Gone.
Peace.
Chopping.